very open about your love of D&D, and in fact, this movie actually grew out of conversations you had with the original screenwriter. My question is, what is it like to have the Hollywood juice to just make a movie about your own D&D character?
Awesome! As my son would say. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
If you would have told that, 70-year-old kid playing Dungeons and Dragons that one day that piece of graph paper with chicken scratch on it and a really pathetic portrait of a take your pick, either ranger or a magic user or whatever, was going to have a movie like this made, I would have thought you were crazy. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of insane. It's I wish I could have done it sooner. I wish I could have done something in the fantasy world sooner. The other characters are so time-consuming that I rarely get a window. I was going to take a year off after Furious 7. And when Michael Caine signed on, it was the omen to do it now and forget taking a year off.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of immortality, the idea of time travel, the idea of dreams, they're all interesting concepts.
Yeah, totally. You're living the dream, I mean.
Oh, well, come on. I don't think that. I'm going crazy. It's so funny. People say, you're living the dream. And when you have to make these decisions, it's amazing how much your life is like filled with stress. I mean, it's like, it's surreal. It's like, hey man, you really made it, man. And they think that it's like, they can't imagine how much work goes into it all before I ever step on set. That the hardest part of my job is when I'm trying to mastermind it all. The easier part is relying on a craft that I started when I was 7 years old.
Right.
The harder part is to go, how do you make that into a reality? How do you do it?
Right.
If you go and see the 30th anniversary book of Dungeons and Dragons, there's my name is the only name on the whole cover of this thing. And it has a foreword. All they asked me to do was write the foreword.
Uh-huh.
But they put the foreword as the cover. You hear me in that cover talk about a witch hunter named Melkor. Most people don't know what Melkor is. Everyone knows who J.R.R. Tolkien is, but most
Sumerian,
people,
right?
You know what it is. You're one of the only humans that knows what it is. And that's surreal.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so damn surreal. I mean, even the Hexen, for like real fantasy guys, and I found out when I talked to the writer just recently, the Hexen were kind of modeled after drows.
Right.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.